Hi there and welcome to my channel. All right, so in this particular lesson we want to look at a paper 2 question under section B, and this question comes every year in the exam. All right, so you want to pass, so you have to attempt this question. Don't miss it, because if you miss it, you're missing a lot of marks. Okay, so we'll solve the full question with 12 marks. All right, so let's look at this. The question, the way it has been phrased here. So they are saying, in the following triangle, PQ is equal to 41.6 meter, PR 70 meter, and the angle PQR 105. Okay, so degrees. All right, now you can see this is the diagram there, and now they are telling us calculate angle QPR. Angle QPR, meaning we want to find this angle. All right, now how do we find this angle? Remember, when they're telling you to find this angle, you need to look at this side. Do you have any side there? You don't have, right? What are the side given? Okay, we've been given two sides. You have this side and this side. All right, now remember this formula, the formula for this question. All right, the first question here, the formula, it is always there on the cover page. Okay, now let's look at the cover page. The cover page, if we look at the cover page here, you can see this is the trigonometry. Now these are the questions. Which question are we going to use now here? You see, you have the first one here. So the first one, it is used when you have two sides and at least one angle. Do we have that side? Yes, we have. Okay, yes, we have. Then the second one here, you can use it if you have the value of A and the value of the angle. Okay, for example, the way they've pointed here, they've said you have angle there. I mean, you have the side, two sides, but you don't have the angle. So this formula, we cannot use it there. It can confuse you. So the best thing you can do is to have two sides and one angle, so that you find the angle. Remember, we're finding the angle. Okay, so you have two sides and the angle. All right, but if you use this one, you are planning to find the angle, but you don't have the side of that angle, so it will be very difficult. Okay, it will be very difficult. So let's use this one. So sin A. Okay, now let's write that. So here we go. Here we go. So we are going to say, we want to use the sine rule. Okay, so we're going to say sine, or A over sine A is equal to B over sine B. Okay, this is the formula that we want to use. Now let's look at what we are going to do. Remember, we are finding this angle here. So what we are going to do is this. We are going to use the sides that we have already. So we're going to use, if we are going to say this is R, so we are going to substitute R as being that R. So we are going to use R and that R there. Remember, we are not going to use this one. Since we are finding this angle, then we are going to let's use this angle here, then we use this one here, so that once we find this angle, we can easily find this angle. Remember, this triangle adds up to 180. So we are going to say R, you have the side of R is what? 40. So if I rewrite this formula, I'm going to say R over sine R. Are you getting it? Then there I'm going to say Q. So I have a small q there. I have small q here over sine Q. Okay. Then if I want to substitute, I'm going to say, in that case, these are just formulas. So in this case, R, small r is what? 41.6 meter divided by sine R. Sine R, I don't have. Equal to, the side of this is what? 70 divided by that sine 105. Okay, Then from here now you can see we can just cross multiply. So if you cross multiply, you are going to have 70 sin r is equal to 41 times sin 105. Okay? So for you to remain with sin r here, to find the value of sin r, you divide by 70 and this one 70. Okay? You cancel 70. You're going to have sin r equal to the whole of this. Okay? The whole of this. So now, I want us to find the value of sin 105. So the value of sin 105, so we rewrite that 41 times the value of sin 106. So 106, if you try to, 105. If you try to find the value there, you need you may find something like 0 0.9 0.95 50 0.96, not 5, 0.96 59. All right, so you can try that on your calculator. Then from there, you are going to have divided by 70. Okay, so now if you divide that, you enter directly on your calculator, you divide, you're going to have sin r equal to, should be able to get something like 35. Okay, 35 degrees. Now, this 35 degrees is for which side? It's for 30. It's for r. So you're going to have 35 degrees there. Now, for you to find this one, you can simply add this plus this one. Then you're going to say 180 minus the total of these angles that are there. Okay, and you should be able to get, so should be able to get something. So remember, when you are using this formula, you are finding p, the angle of p there, the remaining p there is what you are finding there. So you are going to find the p here. You're going to say therefore p is equal to, should be able to find something like 40. All right, so that when you add 40 plus 105 plus 35, should get 180. Okay, hopefully you are following. All right, now it means that we found it now. All right, we found it, and this p, it simply represents this angle that is the one we are calculating. So you can even write there q, or you can say q PR is equal to 40 degrees. Remember, don't forget to put a degree there. Okay, so now let's look at the next question. They're saying the area of the triangle. To find the area of the triangle, to find the area of the triangle, at this point you need to say area number 2. So area of triangle is equal to 1 over 2 times okay, 1 over 2 times what are you going to multiply there? If you're going to multiply, what are you going to use? What are you going to use there? Okay, so the formula generally it's simply, you can write any letters here, but the AB sin C. Okay, of course this equation or this formula, it is there on the cover page. All right, so you can check it on the cover page. Here now we are going to say 1 over 2. So at this point we look at the actual question, the way it says. So it says the area of triangle. The area of triangle PQR. PQR. Are you getting it? So the angle there is what? Q. That is the angle that we are going to use there. Okay? I mean P, where are we? PQR. Okay? PQR, we are going to utilize, in this case we are going to use the sides okay, the size that we have there, then and the angle for what? For P here, okay, PQR, that is the angle that we are going to find there. So now let's write the formula. So we are going to have something like this one, the first side there, which is 41.6, all right, times 70, then sin P, sin P, which is 40 degrees there, okay. Then we are going to say, we calculate that you're going to have, if you enter everything there on the calculator, you should be able to get something like, remember the whole of this is over 2, so you just enter over 2 here. These 2 you can divide, you can enter everything on the calculator and you divide by 2, you should be able to get something like 936 meter squared, okay. Then the last question we are talking about the shortest distance here. Shortest distance, that one, shortest distance, the formula is similar. Area is equal to 1/2. Then you have base times height. Base times height. So this, what is the area? Area we've already found. So area 936 is equal to 1/2 times base. Now let's look at the base. Which one is the base? So according to this, they are saying the shortest distance from from Q to PR. So this line here is the base, PR. So which is 70. So times 70 times height. So height we don't know, okay. So if you are going to multiply that, you can see this one times that is 70. So 2 into 70 is 35. So you have 936 equal to 35 H. Okay, so here you find H, you can simply divide by 35 also here. 35 there. You can find H is equal to, should be able to get something like 26.7 meter. 26.7 meter. Okay, that is how you find this particular question. All right, now in my next video I'm going to proceed the other part. Remember this question carries 12 marks, so we have already calculated the 9 marks here. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe and also like, share. All right, see you in my next video.